Hey. Hey, Kirsten. I don't know where the heck he's at. Hey, Mo. Okay, I figured this out last morning. So I guess a lot of people. I just got into. So I guess a lot of people had heard the exciting news that just dropped. At least for those, I think that was a short earlier today. If I'm not mistaken, but we finally got an official date for the holiday special that's coming out next month. It's funny because I didn't realize that until I was reading it. So, for those who haven't heard, but the Chuck E. Cheese Christmas special, or the pilot to the Chuck E. and Friends show that's been out, at least leaked and then confirmed by the company months earlier. So the holiday special is coming out this Thanksgiving, which is kind of surprising actually. But for those who haven't heard or seen, there's this short where they have Mr. Munch dancing, and which just seemed like a reel of it actually, but um, I didn't know what it was. So it was like some fan animation edit type style, but it has been confirmed. Yeah, the robot banana thing. Yeah. The robot banana thing. Yeah, that. Yeah. I just thought it was like some little fan edit or whatever that they just did. Because, I don't be looking at the shorts that Chuck E. Cheese be uploading, so it's it don't really catch my eyes. But yeah, apparently, if you read the description, it said that the new holiday special is dropping this Thanksgiving, which is kind of surprising. But it still answers the question. I mean, still asks the question: where will it be dropped? What streaming platforms are actually dropping it? And I know that's really haven't gotten answered yet. Um, a lot of people are thinking it's gonna be on Netflix. People are expecting Hulu or whatever because we still don't know for sure where this special is dropping. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. They're probably gonna drop it on their YouTube channel, like all the other stuff, and it kind of makes sense to like drop it onto their YouTube channel because it hints it, and I mean, like I said, it makes sense to drop it on the YouTube channel. I can see that happening. Then I just made a joke with a buddy of mine because we were just talking about this on the phone while he was at work today too, at the store. I was like, "Watch it add into the show," and even though I'm saying that as a joke, knowing CC themselves, they're going to find a way to add that into the show. And if they add it to the voice system, and by the time it comes out, and if I see an update and it said that the holiday special is in the voice system, don't come at me. Don't come at me if my joke becomes a reality. But heard it was coming on Amazon Prime. I don't know for sure. Um, I don't know. I mean, the direction where all of their stuff is heading to, and at least like there's this one ad where it's like you can check out Chuck E. Cheese content and like these other kids channels streaming services, not like the Roku TVs, but the other stuff that they have. I want to say they're most likely gonna do with YouTube, like upload the special onto YouTube, and upload it to their other channels or kids streaming channels that they license their content on. So like people can like, hey, you don't have to watch Chuck E. Cheese on YouTube. You can go to Roku TV or Kids TV or Kiddo Kukuku TV or something like that. You can find Chuck E. Cheese there. Something like that. That's what I feel like they're gonna really push it for. Then again, don't know. I really don't know. But it's weird because, like, imagine you're waking up Thanksgiving Day. You're thinking of a great, good, freaking feast and everything. Families are gonna come over. You're excited and stuff. You're mainly excited for the food, and the next thing you know, you look on your phone, and oh, look at that! The Chuck E. Cheese holiday special comes out, and y- that's a good way to wake up on Thanksgiving. If my honest opinion on that one, um, shocking at least, very at least shocking, and I'm excited to see where this whole Elise special goes, and how does the voice actors uh, plays out with the characters. Hot Take Helen sounds like Disney Daisy Duck. I would say Disney Duck. Daisy Duck. I've not seen that one in a long time. Well, ever since it dropped. But what I was gonna say, someone said that someone guessed that one of the voice actors or the voice actresses is the voice of Bella, because you can hear her in the "Pumpkins in My Pocket" song. It's unknown like who's voicing who. Um, in the special, besides from Nathan, because we all know that he's actually Chucky, so we got like a first look of his Chucky voice, and it seemed kind of weird, like that this special, this whole project in general, does not have like the regular voice actors, and I mean I get it. Uh, so I don't know. I have hopes, and then I don't have hopes. It's like I get where Nate. What was I saying about Nathan? Like, he's really good at acting wise, but voice acting still needs some work to do with Chucky. But at the same time, this is something a third party is doing, so CC it's had nothing to do with this. But in my honest opinion, if CC actually had full control over this project, they could have at least gotten the respective voice actors some good care of it, because we have seen two projects that actually have their voice actors respectfully. Besides Galaxy Science 5000, the fact that they didn't have Banner Greg, John Bourne, or Earl Fisher was a really slap in the face, but you still let Duncan and Jeremy voice their characters respectfully because, hey, I think that was the only good part about that whole goddamn movie. Yes, you have to wait until November 27th. You have to wait till Thanksgiving, which is about to be a month from tomorrow. So, like, literally tomorrow is going to be a month. So, like, a month from, like, tomorrow, the special is going to, like, drop. Um, so, yeah, man, it's going to be a long wait, but yeah, I know it is a month and a day. I know it's weird, but hey, it's what they said. It's what they said, and they tease it. Um, I don't know how. I don't know. Is it 44 minutes? Yeah, it is. Well, okay. we'll see what happens. We'll see if you know how the other characters sound in the special. See if Pasquale gets a voice actor. Um, we'll see how Jasper sounds. Um, I'm more concerned about Jasper. I mean, I don't really give a shit about the other characters. I'm just hoping they actually find a good voice actor for Jasper. If not, then this whole thing is just a flop. Like, I get it. You can easily find a way to mix up Chucky's voice and not make him sound like his actual voice. But if you mess up Jasper's voice, which Jasper's voice is like so iconic, that's another thing. People don't realize Jasper had that at least the same voice, give or take, since like the late 80s. And then, yeah, he has some voice changes over the years, but I feel like Jasper's the most character that never had like a permanent voice change since like after Bob took over. I mean, yeah, you had Charles Stewart doing like singing voice. You had Reggie and Duncan doing both speaking or like singing. Um, but yeah, you really can't screw up Jasper's voice. And then yeah, you had Raw too, but that was like a little temporary role. But I just feel like Jasper's that one character, and Pasquale too. But no, Pasquale have most different changes. But I feel like Jasper's like that one character that you cannot mess up his voice. Like you can put in temporary voice actors, change up the singing voice, but you cannot mess up like his speaking voice. And I know Jasper's tone at least change over the years, but it's like you can't mess it up. So if they mess it up, then I have no more hopes in this whole special. So that's my only concern is like um, don't mess up his voice. But if his voice get messed up, then I lost every hope. Because I heard what Chucky sounds like. I heard what Helen sounds like. I heard Munch. I'm kind of mixed up on Munch's voice because Munch sounds like he's really feeling like I don't know what they're doing with him. Um, we heard a bit of Bella, if slightly heard in the Punks in My Pocket song. But my only concern is like if you mess with Jasper's voice, then there's no hope in this special. That's one iconic character that you can never say like his voice should not be messed up. And if they do, and if they actually get like a really good voice actor, but knowing like deep down he cannot provide this role for this specific character, yeah, all hope is lost. In my book, all hope is lost. So, but we will see. We will see what happens. It's like it's again it's so crazy, but you know we'll see what happens with Jasper and hopefully his traits. You need to have high hopes, high hopes. No, fuck those high hopes. No, fuck those stupid hopes. This is CC we're talking about. There's no hopes. Everything is crushed dreams and scandals and. But yeah, you're right. I'll give you that one. Yeah, you're right. But I see what you did there. Uh, yeah, exactly. Low hopes. There you go, Deshaun. Tell him. And being negative like you. Yeah, y'all be like Deshaun. And be having low hopes. Which I feel like this whole thing is gonna be a low hope actually. But the storyline is good, then okay, that's okay. Don't worry, I'll be expecting all the YouTubers to make their reaction off of this. Uh, and their reviews and junky like that. I unfortunately will not be making my lovely review about how this special is horrible and, why some people shouldn't watch it. I'll just watch from the sidelines like I always do. And wait till the YouTubers drop their lovely honest opinions about stuff. Speaking of which, I need to email Mr. Fector real fast. Um, so I'm curious about this Looniverse thing. Oh, I forgot to mention this last night as well. So, ouch. So, I came across the other night, yesterday, not the other night, yesterday morning, or maybe I mentioned this, I don't know, but I'm gonna mention it anyway, because I thought about this last night. Um, Came across some old audio, which, like I said, the YouTube channel was on at one point, but now they deleted the channel. some Looney Birds of audio. So might maybe one day I might just goof around and put those audios to life of the Looney Birds karaoke stuff. Actually, I will play a snippet of it for your entertainment pleasure. Let me find them. It's right in here. I gotta go all the way to the show so I can find this damn thing. Which one should I play? I'll play this one. I haven't played this. I forgot his email. If this is it, then this could be it. So I'm highly convinced that if this might be the audio to that show, that TV show, that, was like search about, then we might be getting to somewhere. We might get somewhere out of this. Then again, who knows? It's like a bunch of them, so I probably have to just one day just upload these and bring them to the light. They have ABCs, they got Beat It, Beatles Birthday, Goodnight Sweetheart. I've been working on the Railroad Macadamia and YMCA. That's the only ones that I have, and I think that's the ones too that it's on the radio. Hey, Jonathan. I can't think of his email right now. I think that was in the karaoke system too. Then again, if I email him, I wonder how far fetched would Aaron like respond back though. Know what I mean? Or like, how long does it take for him to like email back? Because I feel like if I do this and he doesn't respond back, it's just a waste of my time. And it's like, okay, well, we won't find out information about Looney Birds at all. The live at Looney Birds TV show, if Barry don't respond back, uh, you know, it's one of those things like I can do it, but how fast or how quickly he responds is really the real question. That's like, and then Aaron is always busy and have like in between stuff going on sometimes, and I guess he's still on the stuff that's from the mafia. At least to my knowledge, I think he's still going on with that, trying to find information off of that. But uh, right? He'd be like, "This person is so mean," or whatever, this and that, or some stupid bullshit. That's how Xander's gonna be, or something like that. Like, bro, Aaron, how do you deal with this dude like on a daily basis? Like, I get it. Like he's your number one fan, or I'm sorry, Aaron got a lot of number one fans. That knocks that out the park. But like, how do you deal with him on a daily basis? Like knowing that he emails you about some things, whatever, this and that. I'm always curious about that. Like, how does he deal with that mess, especially from like an adult like him, 22 years old, right? 22 years old. Like, how do you deal with that every day? That must be like a pain to go with, but then again, it's Aaron, so he loves his supporters, and he told him he was like told Xander to get off the internet because it's for losers. I think I found his email, guys. Yep, I found it. I think it's like Aaron at starof.com or something like that. I want to make sure this is the same email that he had, like, because I remember he used to post it. I mean, put in his description and stuff. I'm hoping it's the same one. If not, then I guess we're kind of just. I guess we're kind of fudge at this point. Like, I feel like it not. We're just kind of fudge, guys. We're just fudge. I thought it was the same one. I'm trying to look all over for it. Because I don't want us to get, like. I don't want us to get fudge. And I keep saying fudge, but you guys know what I really mean by that. Um, but yeah, I just don't want us to get like, damn, like we ain't gonna get to the bottom of this mystery, you know? Cause it said that someone reached out to him when they asked about the Yogi Bear show tape, and he said he had no involvement of the show tape at all during that time. But that was when the show tape was like still lost and whatever. But um, but I am highly anticipated saying that the starl.com is his email. At least he didn't change the email at all. but I don't. Oh, it is the same. Okay, yeah, I'm just looking at Juno's video. It's the same one. All right, so it's about time I do something. I just email Mr. Fector. Hopefully, we hopefully I hear back from him. If not, then I mean again I guess we're just fudge. We're fudge. You know, we're fudge, guys. But I'm hoping at least we get some confirmed information that hey, this was actually a real TV show, or hey, this is something that was done already, or something. I don't know. Cause I'm curious to see what Aaron has to say about the subject. So instead of okay, so I gotta make sure my English is really good too, because you know Aaron will like judge someone for like having horrible English language and stuff, um, and then he'll like criticize your like English grammar and everything. Again, it's pretty stupid, but oh well. I'm gonna send like the pictures too. Hope all is well with you and the process of the new creative engineering. The in the process. If he judged you, how you yeah, exactly. See, I gotta open up with the judge like the new creative engineering. I hope I don't get like criticized like stupid shit. Like oh my god. Engineering. Like I gotta put in some good English words typing. Help us in creative engineering. I was curious if you knew anything about the Rockefeller first ever. We're gonna say first ever because you know, right? First ever TV show called it or called. Let's say called live at Looney Birds. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna say like live at Looney Birds. I was informed about this in the group chat that I was in, and we were just curious if you remember anything about the time. So like, I'm gonna send like the screenshots, like the posts and everything. I'm gonna send them those. Like, do you remember this during this time? Whenever you get a chance, please reach. Please don't tell me to say that you enjoy making a few fucking minutes. Okay, say it in a minute. I don't really give a fuck. Shit, I just dropped my phone like crazy today. Damn. Needs to change the screen protector on here. Okay. Um. So. Should I send them like I'm gonna send them page 2 and page 3? No, wait, no. I should mention like I know Looniverse was a failed concept, but oh shit. Oh, did I say that one? Okay. Now I'll be like, I came across these screenshots in a group chat, not a group, in a group chat I'm in, and was was curious if you recall these photos. Okay, here we go. Got screenshots from these photos. So what I do is I go find no. Oh, I gotta do the other thing. Should have did this last night. Oh, okay. Oh, they just download the files. Okay, cool. Came across these photos. Would love to hear more about this concept whenever you reach back out. Thank you and have a nice day. Okay, so this should sound good. Love to hear more onto this concept because I barely hear you talk about it and barely hear you talk about it in the tours. Various of tours videos. Hope to hear from you soon. Oops. Hear from you back soon. Yep, this sounds good enough. Yep, hope to hear from you back soon. Hopefully he can respond back and not then I guess we're fudge. Alright, so that's what I told her. I said, hey Aaron, hope is all is well. You're in the process of new creative engineering. I was curious if you knew anything about the Rockfire first ever TV show called Live at Looney Birds. Came across these screenshots in the group chat I'm in and was curious if you recall these photos. Would love to hear more on this concept because barely hear you talk about it in your various tour videos. Hope to hear from you back soon. So ladies and gentlemen, it is time to send this email and it's sent to Aaron. We'll see. We will see. We will see what happens. We'll have to see what happens. I mean, I know he's not going to reply back right away, but we will see if Aaron responds back and give us some more insight about the more insight of lives at Looney Birds. We should be good. If not, then we are fudge. We are so. Well, we're fuck. Not fudge. Fuck. We're so fuck. Do you think Aaron has too much pride on the fire not admitting that Chuck E. Cheese is more popular? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. It's obvious. Yep, Aaron has too much pride on the Rockefeller. Um, he has so much pride of the Rockefeller. Even back in the showbiz days, he has so much pride in the Rockefeller. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. He still believed that, and I get it. He still believed that he can make more show tapes and stuff for the Rockefeller. That's why he was in the process at the time. I don't know where the process is right now with Volo. They were in process of a new Volo show tape, and I guess that kind of got pushed to the side burner because there were talks of saying that Volo was supposed to debut their new Rockfire show tape once, the band came back out during the summer season. Because with the winter time, like being right around the corner, they had to, you know, they don't have to run the show because that's being outside and latex mask can get cold and the compressor can like defrost. So they wait until like the summer to run the show again. Uh, but yeah, he has so much pride. He has so much pride, so much pride in his Rockafire man. Like Aaron will not give up the fact that he's still on that mission to make sure the Rockafire. He wants to make the Rockafire great again. That's what it is. He wants to make the Rockafire great again, and he will not rest until that mission is complete. But yeah. Oh shit! I actually had these photos the whole time. Oh well, it doesn't matter. So yeah. Yeah, but that wasn't a Rockfire. I mean, that was a puppet version of Looney, the Rabbit T Rabbit one. Um, that was a puppet version of Looney by not Jin. I think it was I forgot. Oh well, it was done by Jin, but they shot actually the other day in our group chat how the like Rabbit T Rabbit started, the whole lore behind that. And I'm like, I really don't know. That's an interesting question. I don't think the mission will be completely anytime soon. Not really. Yep, that's an interesting lore too, as well. The history behind Rabbit T Rabbit. You know, how did that all started? How did the connection started? You know. Well, that's another thing too. It's like it's really hard to say. Like, sorry, it's really hard to say like what killed the Rockafire. Well, no, I'm sorry. Aaron killed the Rockafire because like all the stuff he was doing at the time, especially with showbiz. Like this man was making second gym bots and secondary characters that can like hold stuff out of their hands or whatever. The Uncle Clunks and everything. Um, that's what it was, and like it's literally shown in a documentary. To like when shows was losing money, they were pointing fingers to see where it was going, and it was due to creative engineering. There's all the projects that they were doing at the time, and show tapes wasn't being sent on time, and shows got really frustrated. Um, so that's why they just like look. We thought we had a good business deal and partnership, but and then you gotta understand Aaron's side of the story too. As he said, you got people like Joel Kamen and these other people. They were speaking into Bob's Brock's ear, saying that how like Aaron is like ruining the company, this and that. And I guarantee you, there are people in that office that did not like Aaron for a fact, and they know him as like, okay, Bob really likes this guy. Bob has faith in this guy. We're gonna try to ruin it for him, and it's true. At the same time, Aaron didn't deserve it, um, because of what happened during those times. Because again, there was so much stuff between showbiz and creative that Aaron like vetoed and said, no, we're not gonna do this, we're not gonna do that. And then of course you had the people at showbiz. They were like getting into Brock's ear, saying some things about Aaron, some not truthful things about Aaron at the time, and you know, Aaron shared the stories too. It was like the fighting hands with showbiz. When Sal was alive at the time, when he's like talked to Sal and vent to him about some frustrations with the show and the showbiz employees, like showbiz corporate and stuff. Again, it's like at the end of the day, it's like we all know what really killed the Rockefeller. It was just Aaron and how he was moving with his company at the time, and the shows was like, we didn't want to mess with you. That's why they did that. Um, so license agreement thing too as well. So like by the time the merger happened, like Rockefeller was already going dead hit over. But I get your point too. He still does, but the IP is crazy. To backtrack, Jurassic were located. That's how the Beach Bowsers and Bandstand. Yep, yeah. That was during Rarity Rabbit's birthday party. I remember that video too. I used to watch that as a kid a lot. And how I first knew about it was the Bandstand show tape with the Great Horn. That, and then I kind of found out like, oh, this shit came from like the Rarity Rabbit show and stuff. So yeah. Um, and then there was another. Well, yeah, it was relocated because the Union one now is the 2.0. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Understand the more of a quote unquote dead a thousand cuts situation. Yeah. Yep. Yep. It's that's how companies are, and shows almost went out of business by the time like 1982. By the end of 1982, they almost went out of business and stuff too. And then again, they were trying to find ways to profit off sales. Creative, they came with the idea with the calendar head night, and look at that. That was like a big success that they came off of. It was really good. All the families they came to showbiz every Wednesday night, put calendars on their heads, did the indoctrination. The show tape was great. Everything was just amazing. And at the end, showbiz being who they were, from their side of the story, they said that, oh, we knew that we were gonna have enough profit this year and stuff. So basically, they're saying, "F you, Aaron, your idea didn't have no reason for us to like make profits. We know we made profits, but we're not gonna get you the credit that you deserve." And again, it's a slap to the face, to Aaron, because that was just an idea him and the guys literally had. And you know, showbiz, they were like I think the franchisees, they were like, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna wear calendars up on our heads in these stores and put these on the characters. Like, what the hell do you think we're doing? Like, it's weird as hell. And you know, I think it was like Robert Brock was like, hey, you guys are gonna do this idea, and they went ahead and like they just did it. Again, some people find like, oh, that's like a weird idea, putting calendars on your head and stuff. You're like literally walking to the store and you're putting like calendars on your head. It's like ridiculous, but people started doing it, and it's like, that shit it worked. It really worked so well. That's why themes of the shows were like really great. Country themes was really good. Magic theme was good. We don't have much info on like the junk stuff, and oh, I thought he texted back. That's why I was looking at my phone. I was like, oh, shit, we got some answers. But he probably fucking busy. But yeah, man, I that's an interesting question. But yeah, I think everyone can agree like Aaron is the reason. Right, it was a weird concept that show was thought like, oh, we're gonna make a whole dedicated show to do the junk, and it's like, why? Why are you doing that? Because the calendar head night was such a good idea. It's like we can just make a new idea, but this time putting in the word junk, and it's like, okay, whatever you fellas say, junk it is. Like, wow. It's it was a pretty fun idea. It started out as like a joke with the guys, cause like as Aaron said that him and Sal they were just in Aaron's kitchen and they were just like chit chatting and whatever, and I think it was like Aaron's turn to wash the dishes. Or whatever Aaron said in that video that he posted literally after Sal died that was on his premium channel. And Sal like put the container on his head. And Aaron, he didn't want to say anything. And he took it off, put it back on his head. And it's like, this is a really great idea. We should like do this. Then again, keep in mind too, this is the 80s, so like this was a different time period. So you like wear a calendar on your head today, people gonna look at you stupid. They're gonna be like, what type of shit are you like you're on? But back in the 80s, I mean, yeah, you looked weird as hell about it, but still, you will go out and like go have fun. And Sal said it himself, him and Jeff and the guys, they will go down to like New Orleans, Mardi Gras, and be in the French Quarter, all that other stuff. And it was like, it's a weird concept. It was weird at the time. And people didn't believe, like, you can actually do it. But it took, it took one guy that actually said, like, hey, let's make this happen. Like, let's actually make this happen. Which is really good. And they made good off sales off of the calendar head night. But then again, like I said, Showbiz was talking about they knew they were gonna make a profit. They knew they were gonna get their little sales, whatever. So, without saying, thank you, Aaron, for making our sales go up. They basically said it's the tongue-in-cheek, "F you, Aaron. You had nothing to do with this, but we knew that our sales were gonna make good profits, but we're not gonna say it's because of the calendar head telethon that we made good sales. We just know that we made good sales." So it was like, again, the tongue in cheek, the fu to Aaron, it was ridiculous at the time. Think about the time Country 2 literally hit, that's how you knew that it became like a really, a really big downfall, actually, by the time Country 2 hit. Because it went from, yeah. It was like characters doing dialogues and skits to where they're not doing, uh, they're just doing like 1 minute skits. And the whole theme of the show is there's not a theme in the show, but they're playing country music. And that's the theme. It's weird at the time, but But Jeff was a weird interesting concept. Until this day, we'll probably never have the junk show tape or the whole audio be released to the world. So, I mean, sucks too. It also sucks that we won't have junk being released. It should just sound like a music night where everyone just bring instruments to show the store. Oh my god. That would have been pretty interesting. I mean, the teen night was actually good. The teen night was actually really good. I like that idea that they did. The teen nights, they should have kept that going, but I know that was gonna cause a lot of, I guess confusion. Not confusion, but a lot of chaos. Yeah. Oh, okay. So these are the voice actors. Right. Now that's how you get sales. I mean lose I mean yep, get sales. Exactly. Yeah, fuck you, Chuckbot. No one really cares about you. Talking about I'm Chuckbot. Ask me anything. You know what? I don't want to ask you nothing. Ba 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 ba. Okay, I guess I'll play this. Put this around. I was just looking at some stuff. I like this right here. I'm gonna play this. Yeah, we were just talking about that. We were just talking about the Christmas special when we start up on the stream.
Got a Christmas treasure, can't slow me down. Hot and cold, and I'm out of this town. Hey everybody, it's your boy Mike checking in. I'm out here on Elm Street with my buddy, yeah, that's right, Mr. Michael Myers himself. Look,
Try to help out tomorrow.
Expired last July. We're in October now. Pocket full of sparkle, that's a diamond digit. Spin around the block like a DJ set, and the glove still lit like a V-Day jet. Everybody, we're kicking back in this little spot called Bean Shed. This is the most beautiful creature. Oh my God. All you people talking like you know me, calling me every sort of two-clip AI slop. I'm sick of it. Midnight neon on my leather chain, heavy like a crown. I breathe a storm in the booth and watch the city calm down. Woo!
Yep.
That's it. I quit. I'm done.
Oh man, the TikTok version actually so much better than the YouTube shorts actually. Yeah, the TikTok version is actually better. It's the longer version. Longer version actually better than the you know. Yo, Aaron just emailed me back. Chat, chat. Aaron just emailed me back. Holy smokes. Okay, I gotta go to them emails. He just emailed me back. Chat, we might have some answers. Hold up, let me see first. I gotta see if it's like, if it's true. Yeah, let me see. Hold on. Okay, he just emailed me back. He just emailed me back. Holy shit. Okay, this is what he said, but you know. So boom, I texted him. I didn't think this man gonna reply back to me, chat. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's crazy, chat. We gotta. It's crazy, chat. I should have did this last night. But if I would have known Aaron was still gonna be up like 9 something at night, that's crazy, chat. Hold up. He says this. Um. So, ladies and gentlemen, Aaron just emailed me back, And he said this. He said this, chat. He said, Charles, are you a premium member? I'm going to start showing the old Live at Looney's TV show on premium soon. Aaron. Chat. 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 You're reading this? Y'all seeing this chat? Chat. Chat. It's real. Oh my god, chat. Chat. Chat is real. It's real, chat. It's real, chat. It's real, chat. Yo. That's crazy. It's real, chat. It's real. It's real, chat. Chat. Are we dreaming right now? Well, I wouldn't say lost media has been found because again, if you literally think about it, this is on Aaron's premium channel. And that's the thing. Even though it's like it it it's not like it's not lost. I mean, it's still gonna be lost because like it's gonna be unlisted. And you know how it is. Once you have it out unlisted and people like find a link and shit, it's crazy. Hold on. I gotta make a quick call. If he answers. Uh, he gonna answer. But what do I say? Like I'm not a premium member. I'm not. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, chat. I'm gonna do it, y'all. We just found out some information, so it is confirmed. It is confirmed that the lives at Looney Birds or the live at Looney is a real show. It's actually a real show. Um, it sounds like a real show. He's gonna start showing the show very soon. I'm just gonna email him and be like, no, but I'm interested. I know his shit is like fucking high as fuck, but I don't give a fuck, y'all. We gotta be sure this thing is confirmed real or not. That's the only thing. Like, that's like $65 to become a premium member and whatever. But at the same time, we gotta see if this real. That's what it is. Like, if this real, if this is really real, I'll be so excited. Like, I'll be so excited. But he did say the live at Looney's TV shows on premium soon. I should reply back nicely to Aaron and be like, no, but I will definitely look into it. I'll be definitely looking into it. So I'm paying $60 for his lost TV show, along with many other things. It's crazy, but at the same time, buddy, it's a mystery and it's so worth it. Like, we gotta get the information for it. You know what I mean, man? We gotta get the information for it. We gotta be sure this is real or not. You know. What's my thoughts on the Sesame Street live music? I don't watch Sesame Street live shows. I see clips of them here and there, but I don't watch them. I do not watch them. No, I am not as of currently, but I will definitely look into it. As of currently, but I will definitely look into it. Can't wait to see the footage. Definitely look into it. Can't wait to see the footage. Can't wait to see the footage. So I've hidden that. But then again, it's like, I'll definitely make a post tomorrow, like, about it. I know people in the chat about to go crazy. Sucks. Ladies and gentlemen, we had just, it is confirmed that the show, it was an actual show, and Aaron will put it out on his premium channel very soon. And I know he's a bit risky when it comes to like linking and all that stuff too, because you don't want the public knowing, like, and I get that too at the same time, but it's like, what is worth, chat? You know what I mean? What is worth for it? $65 to join the premium channel. So 65 fucking dollars. Let me see how much it be altogether. Yep, $65 for the premium channel. Man, I would say I'll look into it. I would not recommend it, but it's like at the same time, y'all, this is Looneyverse, live at Looneyverse talking about if this is an actual real thing, then like we're getting somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, we're getting somewhere. Like, some may not understand how much peakness is gonna like happen when the footage like drops and everything. We're gonna get somewhere for this, and I really can't wait to see it whenever I do it and stuff, or pay it off and everything. But I'll be definitely looking into it and checking out for it. So I was surprised. I'm surprised like he actually hit me back up and be like, "Oh, crap! You actually read my email. That was quick. I could ask for like something else, saying like, "Hey, is Sideshow Melodies becoming like, is Sideshow Melodies being uploaded or anytime soon, or like what's up with that?" You know, I know you're gonna be like, the audio's already out there, and like he's still looking into like the whole incident and stuff, but I didn't think that Aaron was gonna pull a few strings and be like, "Oh yeah, this is coming soon on the premium channel." It's like, what? That's cool. That's cool. I'm excited. Really excited for that. So, Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised he actually read it too. I thought he was like, okay, whatever. He ain't gonna read this thing. But I guess he like got so many emails from fans besides from Xander, and I guess he like seen the photos. And he's like, oh yeah, he knows what he's this kid's on about or this person's on about. He's like, yeah, I will definitely upload these, put them on Premium Chain very soon. So good, good. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. We might be getting somewhere, chat. We might be getting somewhere, and then again, we'll see. We'll see. We will see. We will definitely will see, and I'm excited. So, and I'm almost tired too. I'm almost tired, and like I'm excited, and we'll see. We will definitely see when it uploads to the premium channel. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put that little thing up there. But I'm excited. Hopefully, like I can get see like if I do the premium channel, I can get see like more stuff like that's going on his like his other projects that are happening. And I heard so many things about the premium channel actually beforehand. So it's like by the time Dookie gets back in here, it'd be ending. Okay, something's off. Well, I feel like Sunday, or at least was it yesterday? Deshaun, you know more than me with this one. So when is SML's like weekly uploads again? When are they weekly uploads are again? Cause they saying 2 to 3 videos weekly, and I thought like Sunday they like drop a new video. I know they dropped one yesterday, or is it like now? It's officially random as hell. Yes, I did rant about knowing more. Okay, oh lord. Oh yeah, he's not wrong. Okay, that makes sense. So tomorrow they'll drop something. Oh boy. For sure. feel like it.
Made it home, huh?
Yeah,
How Miss Val?
you're doing good.
Okay, you got you something to eat? What's that?
Yeah, something to eat.
What's that?
Some cake.
Huh?
Cake.
Cake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who made cake?
Coworker's mom. She had made some cake.
Who?
My coworker mom.
Oh, he know how to make cake?
She just made it.
Wait, what did I
She
say?
had made it. He was at work.
Oh, you know how to make cake?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. You ever tried making a cake?
Mm-hmm.
You could. But you gotta follow directions.
Oh, actually, this way. Oh, well. Oh. Oh, Cinemark theaters. Okay, I got one video to play. And then I'll probably just end it for the night. Let me see. I watched it earlier. Or should I? Yeah. I'll play this one. Let me find it. A couple of videos I did wanted to play, but I'm like, I'm gonna just play this one. So a while back we played something like this about CEC, and it was, CEC might have a doomed future up ahead, a future ahead. That was like 2 months ago. So recently, the YouTuber Spike Can recently dropped a video like 3 days ago about a follow up of it. So let me get to this video. It's probably the last one for the night.
It's been over 2 months since I've made that rant video about how the business for CEC has been going in recent years, and truthfully, I'm not all that proud when revisiting it. My main intentions when developing that video was giving the company suggestions for ways they can keep their business afloat and not lead to filing for bankruptcy again. Plus, at the time, I only learned and was shocked at the news of CEC still largely being in debt after opening up their 2.0 stores and spin-off locations. So for the sake of not jumping to conclusions again, and to also prevent CEC Entertainment from coming after me since they're apparently quite strict with how their brand is implemented online, I'll provide a bit more level-headed and appropriate commentary for this video. That video was of course not meant to attack or antagonize anybody at all, as it was just me giving my thoughts on what the company and online fandom have been going through with a sprinkle of comedy thrown into the mix. I mention all this because in my previous CEC video, there were some comments that gave me slight panic attacks. Specifically this one that says, "We must get CEC themselves to watch this." And in addition, they also posted a community tab that promotes my video. Look, as much as I appreciate enthusiasm like this, please don't send them the video. As someone who actually wants to work at a Chuck E. Cheese at any given point, assuming they ever find a way out of their current crisis, I beg of you, don't let that video grab their attention. I've been supporting this mouse since I was
I watched it yesterday.
Okay, not really, but
Sorry.
considering how long he stuck with me, he almost feels like a family member. Luckily, nothing bad has actually happened, but we're unfortunately at a point in time where most people, and yes, even big companies, think any form of criticism is done out of hate, when that couldn't be more incorrect. We just want what's best for the brands that we support, so we just like to do the best we can to get it out there. If only Sonic fans knew that well. For the TLDR people, basically what I'm saying is, if there's any info or
Don't tell them what
anything else I've gotten wrong
what
with
they
that
said,
video or
Deshaun. I'm
anything
gonna
I've said
send
about
it to you
Chuck,
later.
I apologize
These
and will
smart,
gladly make up for
small
that
week
by doing a bit
event.
more
I
due
take that up
diligence
next
when I
time.
immediately find out about something like this. With that out of the way, let's get into
There
things.
we go.
CEC Entertainment Inc. is still doing anything they possibly can to keep their establishment up and running. There hasn't really been any heart-stopping news recently. Well, somewhat.
What?
The biggest thing that caught my attention was that they finally showed off how the characters will move and sound in the upcoming Christmas special by Happy Nest Entertainment. The same company that brought us Higglytown Heroes. Feel old yet? As for how they look, it just feels like your typical animation style for any modern 2D animated cartoon. Here's the thing, when I said I wish we could have more 2D hand-drawn stuff, I actually meant something a bit less stiff and more fluid, and this isn't exactly that. They also made a new version of Easy Dance, which has more or less the same quality. I don't know, man. It doesn't exactly feel like a step up from the original style from the first Pumpkins in My Pockets MV. Probably because it isn't. Plus, it's super obvious that they just use the masks to hide their faces just to cheaply save money. If that wasn't enough, then them literally reusing the original audio that contains Jarrett's voiceover.
Dude, if Corbin watched any of our videos, we were all
right down to
cooked.
the Squally once again being shoved off to the side. It's disappointing. Also, Chuck's eyes, slightly terrifying. Could we perhaps supersize those peepers for science? This only leaves me mildly concerned for how the Christmas special will turn out, but I'll give it a chance because who knows, maybe it will deliver. At least it's not AI, but it's still a shame that that's how low the bar has been set. Speaking of which, they are still posting AI renders and concept art for their stores and characters on the web, and folks are making it perfectly clear that this is not what we want to be seeing.
I'm not gonna lie, that's actually looks kind of bad. Hey, get back. Not gonna lie, that looks kind of better. I actually like this design a lot better than the previous ones that they did. But this one looks dope. It looks pretty cool for some reason. It's cast my. Leave me alone.
This is not what we want to be seeing. As for the voice acting, well, all I can say is that it's starting to become pretty clear that the company doesn't exactly seem to care all that much how Chuck sounds anymore. While the new voice actors are undoubtedly talented, their interpretations feel somewhat jarring, perhaps because I've grown so accustomed to the original show tape voices. I mean, what other reason could it be? Nathan doesn't exactly sound identical to Jarrett at all here, which of course means they could be trying to go for a new voice direction, but it just feels off. Grey Delisle is also involved, and I'm going to take a wild guess that she's going to be the voice of Bella, as her voice can be heard in the Pumpkins in My Pockets video. I don't even know who was filling the role of Munch or Helen here, since I'm not sure it's confirmed who is voicing them. We also got an update on why Jarrett isn't voicing Chucky in any of the new animated stuff. Turns out the company involved with this project...
Sorry, I moved my mouse. Ah, spit. 1 second.
Bella, as her voice can be heard in the Pumpkins in My Pockets video. I don't even know who was filling the role of Munch or Helen here, since I'm not sure it was even confirmed who was voicing them. We also got an update on why Jarrett isn't voicing Chucky in any of the new animated stuff. Turns out the company involved with this project...
It says here, "Hi everyone, Jerry here. I appreciate everyone that has positive things about Rockstar Chuck. Has said positive things about Rockstar Chuck. Interesting. I wonder if you ever heard of the negative people say about Rockstar Chuck. You know what? I get it. You're doing this because you're showing a good image and stuff and everything. But I just want to know, what's his thoughts on the negative of Rockstar Chuck? Asking for a friend, obviously. Anyway, continue on to say, this project is winning an outside studio that want to re-interpretations of the cast for wherever reason. Honestly, a really bad decision on the outside company's part, if you ask me, but that's not the point. CC let me know before this was announced, and I'm okay with it. It's just part of how it's all... There. It's just a part of how all this all works. I'm still happy to be the mouse himself everywhere else. Have a Chucky day. I can literally hear this in Rockstar voice, knowing that it's Jared's voice. That's not creepy at all.
Wanted to do some slight reinterpretation of the cast. Same thing that went on with Sonic Prime. Well, at least he was informed about it before they went on to make this decision, which is more than I can say for Duncan. Now let's talk about their upcoming second spin-off store called Chuck E. Cheese Adventure World. The only location location slated to open next month is in Arlington, Texas, a strategic choice given Texas is home to their official corporate headquarters. The store will basically be an indoor park for children that contains slides, trampolines, and of course arcade cabinets. So basically the same thing as the already existing 2.0 stores, but with DLC, if you will. Now on paper, this is a brilliant concept. The problem though, is the presentation and execution itself. What have they been using to promote their new spin-off store?
You guessed
You
it.
guessed it. AI art.
Oh.
Explaining my stance on this again would be like trying to sell ice to penguins. You guys already got the picture.
Right.
Their financial issues just seem to get worse by the minute, but I'm still a bit unsure how things could look bleak when they somehow have enough money for 2 spin-off stores on top of the main store itself.
Hey.
More evidence overwhelmingly suggests a critical decline in fan confidence regarding the franchise. That's proven just by taking a look at their YouTube upload schedule, since all they've posted lately were compilations of previous songs, skits, and whatnot. I mean, just look at this thumbnail. The C is backwards.
Oh my
dude.
God.
And to think I idiotically thought that all of the CEC suffering through financial loss stuff was a small rumor, but nope, it's legit. You don't even need to read the articles, as a good chunk of the recent choices the company made speaks for themselves. My point is, I know they have some smart people on their team, but you're seriously telling me that not one of them are against the use of AI slop? Why prioritize global expansion over investing in quality artistry and talent? It's really time they started reevaluating their priorities.
I don't know what I got behind. Oh, look at that.
Recently with their McDonald Land meal by bringing back
Hey,
the things
Eva.
that made them appeal to us in the first place. It's time CEC did something similar with their Pizza Time Theater era. I'd pay good money to see that, and so would a handful of adults outside of the fandom. Chuck's Arcade only sorta does that, but it doesn't exactly go all in with the concept. One could argue all they want about this not being something to whine about, and while you wouldn't necessarily be wrong, I still hope that what I'm saying here is understandable. All I'm asking is for kids when they enter the place to either celebrate a birthday or just to have fun, to feel the same kind of excitement I felt when I was a kid, just being a kid. Chuck E. Cheese was a place of magic. Without it, it's just your typical pizza place.
It always
which
was.
is sadly the case today. Even as the company faces bankruptcy again and continues its AI initiatives, let us remember and cherish the unforgettable experiences and family memories created there. You'll always hold a special place in my heart, Charles.
Aw.
Don't make an excessive joke, don't make an excessive joke, don't make an excessive joke!
Well, that was interesting. Very interesting, actually. Okay, so one more video for tonight, actually. And I think that'd be it, because my body's not really feeling it. So, did you know that the Muppets went wild at one point? To the point where... I'm gonna say it before, and I'm gonna say it again. Muppet sex was an actual thing. But let me explain, actually. So, for those who actually know about the SNL skit, I think Deshaun is like the only one here that's probably gonna know what I'm about to get on about. So, did anybody seen the Land of Gorge? Or does anybody know what the Land of Gorge is? I feel like Deshaun is like the only one in here. Muppets going wild, you say? No way! Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Muppets using sex toys is it's fucking beautiful. I just love the fact that I have to look here and think about Muppets are using sex toys, man. Don't ask me why I find that beautiful. It's called sarcasmness, actually. Let me find the video, because I don't remember the last time I watched it. No, that's not it. But I think it's on the same timeline. Oh no, it's not. What the fudge? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, found it. Yes.
For new ways to tell story.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, it's only 13 minutes. We can watch this. So this is about Jen's Fail, SNL Muppet Show, are his wildest. Spake want to go back and watch these little sketches, you know? If we can find them.
NBC Saturday Night.
Look at that!
One of Jim Henson's most important creative failures started on Saturday night.
With Jim Henson's Muppets.
What was the Sesame Street guy? who had become famous for creatures like Kermit and Cookie Monster doing on a late-night sketch comedy show for adults. With the
Oh yeah, and that's literally one clip of using a vibrator. Oh, we gotta rewind that part back. Don't worry, whenever Cheddar gets back on here, we have to run this little video back again.
show for adults. With eccentric characters that openly talked about sex, drugs, and whatever this is.
Why don't you go out and milk the Gorkon?
Again?
Turns out the SNL writers asked the same question and quickly decided that Henson and his creatures didn't belong.
You know, that's show business.
But this failure ended up being a game changer for Jim Henson, inspiring him to build one of the most beloved fantasy worlds ever put on film. Before becoming a cultural icon, Jim Henson was an experimental artist, desperate to be taken seriously, and constantly searching for new ways to tell stories. But when he began to explore the art of puppetry, everything changed.
What's a puppet? Oh, you know what a puppet is? You're a puppet. Ralph is one of my puppets, which I call the Muppets.
This discovery opened the entertainment world to Henson. Soon, the Muppets were everywhere, from TV commercials to variety show appearances.
Come on. Is that you, Ralph?
This growing visibility helped Jim and his partner Jane establish a base in New York, where their work caught the attention of producers developing a bold new children's show called Sesame Street. Impressed with Henson's vision, they invited him and his team to help shape the series from the ground up.
They felt so strongly about Jim Henson that they said if we can't get Jim Henson, we will not use puppets at all.
Sesame Street was an instant hit, but the success came with a cost. The bigger Jim and the Muppets became, the more they were labeled as just children's entertainment.
It's sort of interesting. When we're doing Sesame Street, kids come into the studio and they'll see Frank and I working Ernie and Bert. We just have the puppetry here in our hand, and the kid comes right up and talks to Ernie. You know, the illusion doesn't seem to be broken at all. Right. And I get more sort of resistance to this idea from adults.
And as Sesame Street's popularity increased, it became increasingly clear that a shakeup was required if he ever hoped to reach anyone beyond nap time. Henson needed something unexpected.
What I want, Angel Buns, is not on the menu.
Something shocking. Something for a late-night audience that was ready for a different kind of TV revolution.
Business, sports, or personal?
Sexual.
Alright.
And as luck would have it, this exact opportunity was about to arrive. Because in 1975, Saturday Night Television was about to change forever.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete...
Beginning on October the 11th, Saturday night, we'll open up a whole new live venture from New York City, from Studio 8H here at Rockefeller Center.
Jim Henson and the team behind Saturday Night Live couldn't have been further apart. Henson was a sophisticated family man, widely known but as a children's entertainer.
You out there in TV land, everybody, watch!
SNL, on the other hand, was a ravenous group of late-night upstart comedians who prided themselves on being bold, unpredictable, and unafraid of taking on all aspects of pop culture.
Well, I guess if they're gonna legalize it, might as well learn how to.
So little did each side know that they actually needed each other. While Henson was on the lookout for opportunities with an older, more edgy audience, SNL boss Lorne Michaels was in desperate need for something just a little bit safer. NBC network executives were growing increasingly fearful of the combination of outrageous comedians on live TV and demanded that they add something to soften the program up.
What should we look for on your program? Anxiety.
It just so happened that both men shared the same manager, who would bring their worlds together. Henson absolutely loved the concept of Saturday Night Live and wanted in. He envisioned a grotesque puppet soap opera about horny, drunk, power-hungry lizard creatures, all set in the fantastical land of Gorch.
Come with us now, from the bubbling tar pits to the sulphurous wasteland, from the rotting forest to the stagnant mudflats, to the land of Gorch.
And shockingly, Lauren loved the idea and saw it as a creative experiment worth trying. NBC, meanwhile, was thrilled. To them, the Muppets were the perfect counterbalance to SNL's chaos, and the segment became a non-negotiable must-have. But while Jim Henson was overjoyed with the opportunity, and Lorne Michaels was relieved by the slightest bit of insulation that Gorch would bring, Saturday Night Live's writers and performers weren't so pumped.
Some people are never satisfied.
Their vision of a late-night comedy revolution didn't exactly include felt puppets. And behind the scenes, they made it known loud and clear there just wasn't enough room for both the Muppets and SNL on the same channel.
The Muppets, Jim Henson has a whole new group of Muppets, which are adult Muppets and who can stay up late.
Even before the first episode aired, it was pretty clear that Jim Henson's adult Muppets had a tough road ahead. Sure, they looked amazing, unlike anything Henson's team had ever built. These weren't sweet, colorful, or cuddly. They were grotesque, monstrous, and muted. Even at a glance, it was clear that these weren't your standard Muppets.
It's difficult for, a woman in my position.
Yes.
To have my name linked romantically with a puppet.
The problem wasn't how they looked, or even how they acted.
Go to bed.
Don't tell me what to do.
You're still drunk.
You're still ugly.
The real problem was who was behind all of what was being said. While Jim Henson had come up with the overall concept behind the land of Gorch, and he and his team performed everything, Writers Guild regulations meant that only official SNL writers could write the scripts.
That stuff there rots your brain.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah? Yeah, what?
The thing was, the official SNL writers absolutely hated Henson's segment. Too childish, and took precious airtime away from their own unique ideas.
Got a little too big to work with felt anymore, Scred.
It wasn't long before the group were drawing straws and assigning the segment out as a penalty. To them, these horny, drunk, power-hungry lizard creatures weren't edgy. They were embarrassing. And to make matters worse, the audience also didn't know how to react to this group of adult Muppets behaving in very un-Muppet ways.
So I'm writing an essay on cats. Cats in art history. I'm an art history major, and this final is due on Friday. Same day our...
How come nobody ever tells us Muppets anything? Well, don't laugh. We're tired of being second-class citizens here.
All spread now.
Give me that all spread stuff.
By episode 6, the tension behind the scenes had reached a breaking point. NBC executives were quietly panicking, and even Lorne Michaels, who was just trying to keep his live show on the rails, had to face the harsh reality. Jim Henson's segment just wasn't working.
One day you're on top of the world, next day you're inside a trunk.
But at Henson's lowest creative moment, a new idea was already forming. While toiling away with a rotating crew of disinterested writers on the land of Gorch, Jim had also been cobbling together a concept for a different kind of Muppet project. One that could reach both kids and adults.
What do you think of pigs on bikes? I never have liked road hogs.
It would be a variety show, made up of sketches, musical numbers, and celebrity guests. Most importantly, though, this cast would be made up of a group of all Muppet regulars. And the creative direction? For this Muppet show, Jim Henson would finally be able to take the wheel and prove once and for all that you can write for felt.
How do you do that? That is so scary.
That is perhaps the epitome of the actor's craft. You see, it takes tremendous concentration, years of physical and emotional training, and enormous mental exertion. Do you understand?
Oh, sure.
And that mucking Muppets can be hilarious.
There's one thing I've always wanted to ask you.
Oh,
me.
But it's a little late now.
But only when guided by someone with an open mind and a little less seriousness.
What do frogs do when they're not frogging? I mean, what do they have any hobbies or
No.
sports or anything like
No,
that?
no. Sit there. That's what frogs do. Everybody knows that.
I'm sitting here talking to a dumb frog.
Thanks a lot.
I'm sorry.
Henson and his team couldn't believe it. Their own Muppet Show had been greenlit with a guarantee of 24 half-hour episodes. There were just two big problems. First, the Muppet Show would be filmed entirely in England, forcing Henson to uproot his whole operation and rebuild it overseas.
Well, Kermit's function on the show is very much like my own, in that he's trying to hold together this group of crazies.
That second problem? Saturday Night Live was still only 2/3 of the way through its first season, which meant that Henson and his puppeteers had to bounce between New York and the UK in order to fulfill both obligations. Jim, though, took this as an opportunity to learn what he could about the production side of SNL that he could later apply to his own show. Things like getting from script to screen in 7 days, and the hyper level of energy that needed to ooze out of each and every performance were elements that Henson made sure to note. For his part, Lorne Michaels was more than happy to grant Jim Henson and his Muppets their release at the end of SNL's first season. By this point, the show was already considered appointment television for young adults, so cutting the segment was an easy call.
I'm sorry, boys. Miss Scred?
Yeah?
You're not on this week. I'm sorry.
We worked the show.
Yeah, I know, but I guess you didn't get the call.
When word spread that the Land of Gorge had been axed, the SNL writers did what they did best and made it all part of the joke.
Our Land of Gorge is gone forever.
Yeah, they burned our scenery.
For the final 6 episodes, Jim Henson's Muppets were either begging to be rehired,
And I don't always have to be a Muppet, you know.
being packed away for storage,
You're a puppet. You don't breathe, you're not alive.
What?
No, I don't want to talk about it. Just get down.
or just missing in action entirely.
The Muppets could not be here tonight because of technical complications, but they will be back soon.
It might have been strange for the audience, but Henson didn't mind in the slightest. Throughout these final episodes, his mind was already across the pond, brainstorming new and wild ideas involving Swedish chefs, pigs in outer space, and his soon-to-be classic cast of characters.
You know, I've been reading about your new show, The Muppet Show.
Oh, yeah, they won't let us work on that. No, that's family entertainment.
And while the Land of Gorge was quickly buried, never to be seen again, Henson held on to its core idea, a fantasy world populated by Muppets. If anything, his time at SNL had proved one important lesson. If he wanted to create true adult fantasy, he'd need to build his own world entirely from scratch. It would take time to develop, but within a few years, he had his most ambitious, most bizarre, and most dangerous project yet. The Dark Crystal would push Jim Henson to his absolute limits. But if this was something he could survive, maybe, just maybe, he'd end up with something truly timeless. This is only the beginning for Jim Henson. Check out part 2 to see how his brand of adult world building gets turned upside down in the Dark Crystal. Unless I'm still working on that one. Maybe check out one of my favorite videos while you wait.
Go to the website.
Alright, that's pretty much it. Land of Gorge is an underrated masterpiece, but it goes to show you, how much change and inspiration went into. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna call it a night here. Thank y'all for joining on in this little chillish night. Hopefully you can wait on part 2 and learn about the Dark Crystal, another underrated Jim Henson masterpiece. We will just play this video again whenever on the next stream and stuff. But you guys enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see what Aaron does with the confirm and stuff. So can't wait to see that. Till then, talk to y'all again soon.